Hey 6th grade, and welcome to part 3 in our series on transitioning to middle school. And today we'll be talking about friendship.
La 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 la, friends, la 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 la.
Friendship can be really awesome, right? I mean, our friends can help us feel better when we're down. They can keep our secrets. They can make us laugh. Friends are fun. And I asked you all to send me questions you had about friendship. So we're going to answer those questions in this video. Let's go ahead and get started. So the first question you all asked was, how many friends should I have? And that's a great question. How many friends you have doesn't really matter. Some people like to have a ton of friends, and some people just like to have a couple. And both of those are totally fine. It doesn't matter how many friends you have, it matters that you have good friends. And we're going to talk about that in just a minute. Another question you all had was, how can I be best friends with everybody? So I just want you to know, you don't have to be best friends with everybody. There are going to be some people that you just wave hi to and you're nice to, and then you're going to have some people that you're really close with and you're best friends with. And then you're going to have friendships all in between that as well. So you don't really have to be best friends with everybody. You just have to be kind and be respectful to everybody. Now, another popular question you all had was, how can I make friends? And that is a great question. We're going to break that down right now. So there are a ton of ways you can make friends, and being virtual can kind of complicate that. So let's talk about a couple ways we can make friends. One of the ways we can make friends is by joining groups of people that share similar interests to us. For example, you could join a sports club or a social club or an after-school club, or maybe a group on social media. Find people that share similar interests to you, because those people are going to be easier to be friends with. Another way we can make friends is by befriending our classmates. You all go to the same school, a lot of you have the same teachers and the same classes, so it can be a lot easier to get to know one another when you're in class together. Maybe you could compliment somebody's shirt, or maybe you heard that they're into Minecraft, so you can ask them about Minecraft and you'll have something you can relate to. Be nice and be kind, and you'll be surprised how many people you can be friends with just by being nice. Another really good question that you all asked me was, what makes a good friend? And that's one of the most important things when it comes to making friends, because not only do we want to be friends with people that are good friends, but we need to be good friends ourselves. We're going to talk about 3 big qualities that make a good friend. And the first one is being an active listener. What does that look like? Well, let me show you a demonstration.
So the teacher got mad at me because I didn't finish this one part in my homework. So it was like the whole paper. I did all of it except like 2
Sorry,
questions.
were you saying something?
So the teacher got mad at me because I was trying to turn in my assignment. I turned in my homework and I missed like 2 questions on it, but they were on the back of the paper.
Notice how when I was being a good active listener, I was making eye contact, I was nodding my head, and I was letting my friend know that I was there and I was listening to her. And that's really important, because one of the most important things about being friends with someone is that you're able to listen to them so that you can have a good conversation with them. The second big quality that makes a good friend is being empathetic. That's a big word. What does empathy mean? Empathy just means that we are able to understand another person's feelings. I'm going to show you a demonstration of what that looks like right now.
I found out today that my mom lost her job, and we're really freaked out because of money.
Yeah.
I found out today that my mom lost her job.
Oh my goodness. Well, I appreciate you telling me that, and I'm so sorry, because I know that must be really hard on your family. Is there anything I can do to help? Notice how when I was showing empathy to my friend, I was letting her know that I appreciate her sharing that with me because it was something really personal. And then I let her know that I feel sorry that she is having to go through that. And by showing that empathy, it lets her know that I care and that I'm there for her. The third big quality that we're going to talk about when it comes to being a good friend is trustworthiness. It's extremely important that not only our friends are able to trust us, but that we're able to trust our friends. And I'm going to show you an example of what that looks like.
So my mom told me last night that we're having to move in with my aunt because she can't afford our apartment anymore.
No way. Hold
Yeah.
up. Hey, Josette, listen, I've got to tell you something. Callista had to move in with her aunt.
So my mom called me earlier today and told me we're having to move in with our aunt because she can't afford our apartment anymore.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Well, just so you know, your secret is safe with me. Notice how when I was being a good friend, I let her know that her secret was safe with me so she could trust me. And trust is something that you build over time. So let's do a quick recap of what we talked about. So when it comes to how many friends you have, we talked about how everyone is different and it doesn't really matter how many friends you have as long as they're good friends. And then we talked about how you don't really have to be best friends with everybody. What matters is that you're kind and respectful to everyone. Then we talked about how we can make friends by finding people that have similar interests to us with online groups. And we talked about how we can be friends with our classmates, how we can strike up conversations with them. And then we talked about what makes a good friend. And there were 3 traits we went over, and that was being an active listener, being empathetic, and being trustworthy. Those 3 things are really important when it comes to being a good friend. I really appreciate you all watching this video. I want you to go and head over to our Google Classroom so we can discuss it. There's also going to be some more materials there to talk about what makes a good friend and how we can be a better friend. Also on Friday, September 25th at 5 o'clock, I'm going to be hosting a live stream hangout. It's going to be a lot of fun. I want all of you to be there, your parents,